So those who cannot and will never get into the New Jerusalem on earth will be the dogs. Of course, that's a figure of speech where John is emphasizing the characteristics and activities, the mode of operations of some people who live today and will continue to live during the future time before the new heaven and earth. You know, people who are referred to as dogs are those who are reproachable because they behave as dogs. You know, the animals who behave with natural instincts. They either oppose God's people head on, you know, with the intent to stop and to kill the person, or they wait until the person has gone by a little bit, and then they run up and viciously attack a person from behind. In this context, it also refers to the men who serve idols and perform as male prostitutes. So, the dogs will never get into the New Jerusalem on earth. Neither will the sorcerers, people who prepare the medicines in the bad sense, you know, those drugs and pharmacy items such as magical things, enchantments, wizardry, wizards, witches, a lot of which we hear in the world today. But all of this stems from the devil. Anyone who is a sorcerer partaking in these types of activities will not get into the New Jerusalem. Why? Because those activities originate from the devil. And the fornicators. Physically, of course, fornication, or fornicators, refers to that wrongful sexual activity. In the spirit category, from the spiritual point of view, it refers to people who are being intimate with the devil and the things of the devil, such as idolatry, putting something else ahead of the only true God. And murderers, those who wrongfully kill people. And idolaters, no matter what form of idolatry you may commit. Idolaters, people who serve other gods, those so-called gods, and they don't serve the only true God. And all loving and doing a lie. Every person who is loving in the sense of brotherly or is a kind of love for lies, false statements. The lying statement, of course, in connection with idolatry. John continues in verse 16 of chapter 22. And John writes the next words that he hears. And what he hears are words from the Lord Jesus Christ. So the Lord Jesus Christ says, emphatically, I, Jesus, sent. And there's emphasis right here. So he's saying, I, emphatically, myself, Jesus, sent my angel. Again, refer back to Revelation chapter 1, verse 2. I sent my angel to witness, to attest with information. To witness what? To witness these things. The revelation of events. Everything pertaining to and proceeding from me. Of course, we saw that again back in Revelation chapter 1, verses 1 and 2. So, Jesus Christ says, emphatically, I sent my angel to witness these things to you, to all of you. You know, this is a plural word for the word you, not only John, but to everyone who wants to make this information known to the members of mankind, emphatically on the churches, based on or with regard to the churches. The motivating purpose and object of witnessing these things being the assemblies of people. Jesus sent his angel to witness this revelation to John, so that John would then witness this revelation to the churches. Again, you can refer back to Revelation chapter 1, verses 4, 11, 20, and chapters 2 and 3. Emphatically, I am, or I myself am, this is Jesus Christ speaking, I myself am the root. And that's like a tree's root. You know, a tree's root provides nourishment to the tree. It provides what is needed in order to produce fruit on the tree. the Lord Jesus Christ calls himself the root in the figurative sense, and he is the genus or the descent, the race, the class, the kind, the lineage of David, referring to King David. King David was the first king whom God chose and anointed to rule over God's people. And you could refer back to Revelation chapter 5, verse 5. So Jesus Christ said emphatically, I am the root and the genus of David. I am the star, emphatically and specifically the shining star. That refers figuratively to him being bright, brilliant, radiant, and beaming light. He is the shining star, the early star, figuratively referring to himself being the star that shines early in the morning. Of course, that would signify the beginning of the new day for new mankind. You could refer back to Revelation chapter 21, verse 23.